Hello everybody, I know it's been a while, but we are back to the VikingsOwn network. This is episode 18. What better to start it off than this? That is right. Alright, now let's go to questions with Terrance.
Hey guys, it's been a long time.
Yes.
Our first question is from Illini for Life 1. His question is, why does Minnesota's floor on their court so weird?
Well, Illini for Life 1, your Illinois grammar is clearly showing in this comment, so...
Yeah,
and spelling too, so...
If your question is what I think it is, well, it's not weird.
Just because it's higher than a normal court, it's elevated. You got a problem with that.
Why
does your arena look like a spaceship?
Yeah.
Learn to spell. Alright, next question.
Our second question is from St. Louis Cards, Rams, Tigers 94. His question, will Kansas choke in the tournament like they do every year?
My answer to this question is possibly. I don't think they'll make it to the Final Four. I don't think they're going to be that great this year. So I think they'll lose eventually. I don't know if I'm going to say if it's a choke or not. Whatever. We'll see.
I'm going to say they don't make it to the Sweet 16. So if that's a choke or not, I don't know. They might be bad and they're not expected to do that, or they will be, but they won't make it to the Sweet 16. Okay, our last question is from Badgers Packers 12. His question is, without Terrance, how will you be good at this show?
Well, I didn't even do a show without Terrance besides the recaps. I could have, but I just couldn't get it done.
I am valuable to this show. Co-hosts are just we need co.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to do it by myself for a whole show because that is just weird.
Great question.
Like, some people do that, but it's not VikingsOwn style.
Yeah, just by yourself. It's not VikingsOwn.
Okay, now to begin the regular show. It is time to introduce our new special guest that I was able to acquire. His name is Blake Millhouse Jr.
Hey guys, go Vikes!
Yeah, he's a Viking.
That was Blake, and here's a little background about Blake. He grew up in Des Moines, Iowa. Not a good state. They're right below us. That means they're worse than us. But he grew up a huge Vikings fan. And he didn't care that much about college sports, but once he came up to Minnesota, he fell in love with the Golden Gophers.
It's a good thing, too. Okay, now, we're going to start talking about Gopher hoops, basketball time, the barn, all that good stuff. Now, we, last night, beat Virginia Tech in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. How great is this?
We were there. Big Ten takes the challenge again. We were there. Student section. We were loud. We were proud.
Golden Gophers!
Blake, what do you think about this win?
It's amazing. I can't believe it would ever happen. I just love the Gophers. Go Gophers!
Yes, exactly. He is so enthusiastic. In fact,
guys, we are 7-1. What a start to this Tubby Smith season.
Tubby Smith is a great coach with a great name. As I have said before, Blake, what do you think we're going to do in the tournament?
I think we might do it. We just might.
We could. We look good, and we're from the Big Ten. Big Ten, best basketball conference. Probably going to send a champion this year.
I think there's no doubt we're going to be in the top 25 after this win. I think there's no doubt that we're a very good team. I think there's no doubt that the Gophers rock!
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, our next game is against USC. They're 4-4, not very good. Should be a good win for the Gophers.
We should win. Blake, should we win?
We should win.
Yes.
We're not going to try to win. We're gonna win.
Okay.
Exactly. Enthusiastic.
And we just came off our first loss before Virginia Tech. It was Dayton.
But Dayton, they've made the tournament. They won the NIT a few years ago. This is not your average team.
And it was in the championship game of a tournament. I went down there. I flew to Florida with my dad for Thanksgiving. He's pretty rich. And we watched us win 2 games. We were proud. We were proud.
Pride is
that last
meaningful.
Loss hurt, but we just didn't have the goof. We need that for every game.
Goof?
Yes.
All right. Anyways, now it's time to discuss Viking football. VikingsOwn.
This
all right.
Viking football is Blake's specialty. Give us a recap of the season so far.
Well, we're 2-9. McNabb sucked it up for us. If Ponder played every single game, we'd be undefeated right now.
The thing is, McNabb didn't do terrible, but he didn't lead to wins, and that's the thing. Ponder can do that.
We're expecting big news from the Viking organization about McNabb soon.
Yes, he is expected to be released. It was a good run, but he just didn't do enough. I love him, but it wasn't enough.
He just wasn't enough.
Was not enough.
Wasn't enough.
He should have went out 2 years ago when he was on the Eagles still.
Yeah.
Mm. All right, so let's discuss our loss to the Atlanta Falcons a little bit. What do you think? Without Adrian Peterson, that was the tough part.
It was
That
tough.
was the tough
We were down early, and we kind of came back, but we just were down too much. And AP, you're not coming back.
I think we would have won if we had Adrian
Oh,
Peterson.
we would have won.
We would have won by a lot.
Hear that, Falcons fans? We would have won.
Falcons.
I mean, we respect your defense, but there's no way to stop
Okay,
this
you guys.
mastermind.
Yes. We are going to face Denver and Tim Tebow, who is on fire. I think he's lost one as a starter.
Yes, he is, I think, 6-1 as a starter. He is winning close games, and their defense is good. So that is a tough challenge. But we are going to win.
Prediction for the game. Blake?
What do you think the final score will be?
I think the final score is going to be 21-24 Vikings.
Ooh. Nice. I think it's going to be 38-6. Our defense finally steps it up. We realize that Tebow can't play quarterback. We stop him running. He can't throw, so we don't even need to stop him throwing. And Ponder goes off. His breakout game.
I think we're going to be able to stop this option thing that Denver is doing with Tebow because he hasn't gone up against this Viking D with Jared Allen and all of this special talent. All right, guys. I expect a performance like that on defense, and I think we'll get the job done on offense. Not an amazing performance, but I predict a 19-3 win. 19 because we get a field goal, 2 touchdowns, and 1 safety. Okay, now we are done discussing the Vikings. It's time to talk about that Gopher win. Fantastic. How about that?
Golden Gophers.
27-7. We got Zook fired.
We fired Zook. We played amazing. Illinois played bad, and that was because of us.
Yes, we forced them to play bad.
See, they knew. Yeah. They knew. If they won, they're going to a bowl game. If they lost, they're not. So it's not like they didn't try.
And this was our bowl game. All right. We weren't going to one this year, even though we should have. I mean, it was just
we wore a great uniform combo.
Yes, yellow jerseys. Beautiful thing.
We always play our last game like it's a bowl game.
Yes, just like last year's Iowa game.
Iowa's game.
Perfect.
See,
every time. Second year in a row, we beat Illinois and Iowa, guys.
Last year, we were thinking maybe the win against Iowa to finish off the season would inspire us for the next year, but it didn't because we got a new coach. But this year's win against Illinois to end off the season,
dominant fashion.
We will be inspired for next year. Jerry Kill, we all love him. We know you have struggled your first year, but who doesn't?
Jerry.
We will win a lot next year.
Yes, thrill for Kill. So now let's talk and let's give our MVPs for the season for the Minnesota Gophers. All right, Blake, who is your Gopher MVP?
I think it's DeJon McKnight.
I agree.
He's a receiver. He just produces numbers, and if you don't believe me, Michigan State versus us, just look up his stats. You can't deny that.
Oh,
that was a great game for him.
On fire.
Indeed.
I have to say, MVP for the Gophs was, gotta say, Marquise Gray, our quarterback, first-year starter. I'm just looking forward to next year. His running stats, his throwing stats, he's got the rookie blues behind him. He is ready to win his senior year. Go out.
All right. I think I'm going to go with DeJon McKnight as the MVP. Marquise Gray, I think he'll be better than Denard Robinson next year. I think he already is showing that flash. But DeJon McKnight just put up those numbers and played the game like a champ. He is so good.
He is
best receiver
so
in the Big
good.
Ten. Better than McNutt or Tune. They're garbage.
Okay, Blake, VikingsOwn, and I will all predict games to the championship weekend. First one starting with, it's not actually a championship game, but it has the potential, or it is. It will be Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma for the BCS. Blake, who you got?
I'm going to have to side with Oklahoma because I got family there, and they're all just great. And Jones, he's just amazing. He blows my mind.
Yes, you can go with that, but I'm going with the Cowboys because that Iowa State game, they just looked past it for this game. They're mad. They're angry. Whedon is old. Blackman is good.
That's a good one, but I'm going with Oklahoma as well because Landry Jones is a good quarterback, and they're just going to be motivated to beat Oklahoma State because they've beaten them like 7 straight times or something. So why lose now?
Okay, Friday night, the inaugural Pac-12 championship. It will be hosted by Oregon against 6-6 UCLA. If they lose, they do not go to a bowl game. If they win, they go to the Rose Bowl. So, Blake, is it Rose Bowl or no bowl for UCLA?
I'm going to have to go Rose Bowl.
Ooh.
I agree. I think Oregon, home field advantage, they look past it. UCLA, last game with their coach, I say Rose Bowl.
You guys are actually really smart because I was thinking the same thing. Oregon's going to be all just confident, overconfident because they have home field advantage. They lost to USC at home. They can use to another team in Los Angeles at home. I'm going Bruins by a score 28-0.
Okay, everybody. Lucas Oil Stadium. First ever Big Ten championship game.
Indianapolis.
Yes. Repeat of the Michigan State-Wisconsin game that ended on the last second play. So, Blake, score and who wins the Big Ten championship to go to the Rose Bowl?
I say it's Wisconsin 31-17.
I concur. That's what I had. 31-17, Brett Bielema's crew. I don't like them. I like Michigan State more, but Monte Ball is good.
I'm going with Michigan State here because Wisconsin lost them on a Hail Mary, meaning they're going to be down in confidence. Lack of confidence leads to lack of winning. Michigan State's a good defense. I think they get the job done 24-16. Boom.
Shout out time.
This is my favorite part of our show.
Okay, Blake.
It's everyone's.
First ever shout out. Bring it.
I would just like to send a shout out to the people that put the chips in the bags because otherwise I wouldn't have any chips.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Mine is to the NBA players for finally accepting the deal so we can have T-Wolf basketball.
I can't wait. We're going to discuss that in the next episode. All right. Now I'm going to give a shout out. My shout out is to windshield wipers because when it's snowing in Minnesota, all right, trust me, guys, it is really hard on the road. It is perfect when you have windshield wipers to just wipe that snow away.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
yeah. Once in elementary school, my car broke down. I walked 6 miles to school. Yeah.
All right, see you later, everyone. Blake says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Terrance
That's
says
all.
goodbye.
Terrance says
Goodbye.
goodbye. VikingsOwn out.